Malnutrition is a significant issue for children in any of this part of the country. Two things together, malnutrition and water, are really affecting 17,000 kids, according to the World Health Organization and UNICEF. And they're saying 1 in 4 in this whole region are affected by this problem. Some people don't understand exactly what that looks like, but you'll see a child with really light brown hair or even almost blonde hair. You also often see really skinny, spindly arms, and yet you see a fat belly and you think, well, it looks like they got enough to eat. But what has happened is, because they don't have clean water, they have diarrhea, the food that they're eating either sits in their stomach, but when it leaves so fast that the intestine no longer can pull the nutrients out of it. And any nutrition you are eating flows right out of the body. The crop of choice here is manioc, or sometimes called cassava. It's a root in the ground, it's easy to grow, they like to grow it, it's easy to replant, and it's easy to harvest. And so they use this manioc all the time. They have 1-2 meals a day with it, but it has almost no nutritional value. And so ICDI has worked hard at trying to help them understand the importance of other things alongside of the manioc. We're not going to change them to get them to stop eating manioc, but we can help them in growing jackfruit trees and breadfruit and canistils and citrus fruit. These will bring some of the nutritional values back into their diet. We have to help them understand what is going to strengthen their bodies, help their kids to survive. You'll see a bunch of kids running around here with really big sores on their feet. I mean, they come from jiggers. It's a worm that attaches itself to your skin, burrows in the skin, lays eggs. If you don't dig it out, those develop into mature worms and go in deeper until finally you get these big sores and ulcers on your feet. You'll see them start on a toe and just grow around the toe and then jump across to the next toe and all the way down until finally the kids can't hardly walk and they start on their knees. And you can sometimes see scars and sores on their knees where they've gotten them because they haven't been able to walk anymore and they've got to walk on their knees. If it's not washed and cleaned, it gets worse and worse. Solution isn't real difficult. They need to be cleaning their feet every night before they go to bed. And you know, it doesn't happen when there's not enough water, even for cooking and for washing. The feet don't get washed. They're the last thing they're going to get washed. Water is number 1, sanitation is number 2. It has to be a 1-2 punch. When a Bayaka looks at me and says, you want me to go to the same place all the time to potty, in fact you want my whole family to go there, they go, that's going to stink. You got to be crazy. Of course I'm not going to do that. They just don't understand the connection, that the fecal matter that's all around that rains, that they get more parasites from that by walking by that, touching it, not washing their hands. Water has to be there for them to understand how they're going to implement sanitation, but if they're not using latrines, they're going to get in trouble really soon. Diarrhea, dysentery, all kinds of problems. So it really is a 1-2 punch that really makes a significant difference when you actually can implement the two of them together.